Yo, what it do, man? This is the kickback, man. And man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. I appreciate everybody that's been listening, following, you know what I'm saying, that's been on YouTube. I'm trying to get the YouTube thing popping. You know what I'm saying? We go get there and stuff like that. Oh, but yeah, in that background, that DOS effects, man. A lot of y'all don't know about that DOS effects. That is one of the first groups in hip hop I was really rocking with. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s and shit, man. DOS Effects was the shit, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. DOS Effects, Black Moon, Buckshot Shorty, them. You know what I'm saying? Like the East Coast really had me at the beginning of my younger phases of hip hop. And then it switched to the West Coast and shit like that with Snoop, Dog Pound, Drake, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, my range of hip hop music kind of, it varies from the east to the west to the north to the south and shit like that. But yeah, let me go ahead and let me stop that because I already know how YouTube get. I already know how a couple of these platforms get when you play music and it's not licensed and shit. Look, I'm not trying. Look, if Facebook or YouTube, if they listen to this, I am not trying to um benefit off of DOS effects. So let's just get that straight. One day, maybe I can interview them. One day, maybe I can have them come on the kickback and we can rock out. And I can you know, uh, get into their heads of how they first started and how it was growing up in that era of hip hop and East Coast and all that type of things and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's just me tonight. It's just me rocking out solo. And I said, that I'm gonna do more of these solo shows. That's my goal, is to do more of these solo shows. Um, Not for just content purposes, is because like I see a lot of people doing podcasts, and to me, like podcast is like it's therapy for me. I get to talk, I get to get some things off my chest, and y'all get to listen. The ones that rock with me, y'all get to listen, and y'all get to agree or disagree. So that's one of the things and stuff like that. But I want to say one thing. I see a lot of people doing podcasts now, especially where I'm from, and technically going Facebook Live, not to hate on you at all, not knocking you, because you got to start somewhere. But technically going Facebook Live is not a podcast. You know, just going live on your phone on Facebook, that's not a podcast, and just having conversations and stuff like that. To be honest with you, technically y'all are low key like I'm not gonna say y'all vlogging, but it's not really a podcast just because you cut your phone on and go Facebook Live and you talk about a particular subject and you keep talking about that particular subject every time you go live. But like I said, you got to start somewhere. But I would say like start researching, start like getting into some of these streaming services, start looking at some of these podcasting services, because a lot of people that listen to podcasts, um, they don't go to Facebook. They don't go to Facebook to listen to podcasts and stuff like that. They might go to Apple Music. They might go to Spotify. They might go to iHeartRadio. They might go to Google Podcasts. So a lot of people that truly listen to podcasts, they don't really go to Facebook Live to find a podcast. But like I say, for everybody out there that's starting one, what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Keep it up. Um, Stay consistent, because a lot of people get that itch. They be like, "Oh, I got something to say. I got something to say. I'm finna start me a podcast." And it sounds cool. It sounds great until you start it. And then you do that first supposedly episode one. And then 3 months later, we don't hear nothing else. Or then 4 months later, here comes that second episode. And you can't you can't build up a fan base if you're not consistent like that. People is not gonna rock with you, you know what I'm saying? If you just keep on putting out episodes once every 3 to 4 months and shit. But like I said, everybody out there that's doing a podcasting, man, keep it up. I wish y'all the best. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hate on this side. Do what you do. And fuck the opinions of others, because people go hate regardless, even if you successful at it or not. So just keep doing your thing and stuff like that and keep rocking out. So much success to y'all and stuff. But that's how I'm just starting it off, you know what I'm saying, as far as the solo thing. But um this podcast, this episode right here, if you want to call it an episode, is truly about like the time of year, this time of year. and I was just looking at some shit. I was looking at some Black Friday shit. I was just looking at you know what I'm saying, the inflation as far as like, this time of year, man, you know what I'm saying? Shit is going up. These Black Friday sales is not Black Friday sales. They just showed a lady that went into Target and they had the Black Friday sale, but they still kept the original sale price behind it, and she just slid it out. It was the same price, and they've been doing this, people. I'm telling you, they've been doing this, and now people are just not finding out as far as how Black Friday go. Now these cyber sales, yeah, some of these cyber sales, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? These cyber sales are still cybering. They still doing their thing, but you know how it used to be back in the days when people used to be out there on Black Fridays, you know, uh, like Thanksgiving, they'll eat their Thanksgiving food at 3 o'clock in the evening, and then hey, we finna go stand in that Best Buy line. We finna go stand in that Target line. They'll be in all night camping out. Ain't nobody camping out no more. These businesses trying to get over, and people is catching on. So these Black Friday sales, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to step it up. Target, y'all slipping on that. Y'all was lazy on that. Y'all supposed to took the original sale price tag and just stuck it in the back somewhere. Don't put the Black Friday sale over it. Because people like me, people like that lady, they gonna slide it out just to see. Or to be honest with you, she probably worked at Target before. That's probably how she knew. She probably worked at Target before, and she said, "Look, man, it's time for me to pull the wool over the head, man, because look, y'all did me bad. Y'all fired me back in 2019, and I know what y'all finna do, and I know I'm finna go viral off this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go viral. I'm finna pull the wool over Target. Target, your gig is up. Target is over now. You gonna have to step it up. It's over." Man, people is getting wiser, people is getting smarter, man. And that's what it is. And as I get older, you know what's crazy? As I get older, I'm starting to get like a little bit more festive. I'm starting to get like as far as like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, the 4th of July, you know what I'm saying? Even June, let me switch that. Juneteenth, even the 4th of July. But as far as like these holidays and stuff like that, man, I'm starting to get like a little bit more festive. I'm starting to get into them, man. Like I'm starting to, even though some of these holidays they don't make fucking sense at all, like the important ones, you know, uh, just like I saying, like 4th of July, it don't make sense for us, but and shit like that. But if the country is celebrating it, it's just the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, let's barbecue. Let's sip some drinks. Let's have a good time. The rest of the country's doing it. If it's all for like, if it's like, forget the meaning of it, dog. But if everybody else is having a good time, if everybody else is barbecuing, having drinks, and just, you know what I'm saying, just putting the bullshit aside, just having a good time, just living life, fucking, I'm finna live life too. And that's how I've been feeling about, lately, like Halloween, like dressing up, passing out candy, you know what I'm saying, decorations, Thanksgiving, as far as like having family over, music playing, you know what I'm saying, like keeping it together because when grandma and grandpa once they pass away, bro, it seems like the families they just don't Thanksgiving just don't be Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing their own thing. Uncle them, they doing their own thing. Auntie them, they doing their own thing. People don't want to come together. People don't want to. People, I don't know if it's because they don't want to go to one particular house. Like, I'm tired of going to a house. I'm tired of going to his house. I don't know if it's because of that or what, but you know what I'm saying? I'm all for like bringing the family together and having that big Thanksgiving and just memories. And even like Christmas. Christmas is coming up, man. You know what I did? Was why I would never think in a million years that I would do this when I was younger or whatever. But I dressed up as the Grinch and I got a Jeep so I could take the doors off. I could take the top off. But I dressed up as the Grinch and I just rode around. I rode around with the doors off and shit, man. You know how many kids and people I waved to when I was riding around? Imagine you just driving and you and a guy pull up on the side of you with a fucking Grinch outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Christmas and shit, and you just minding your business. You might be just going to get something to eat, and a dude pull up on the side of you with a fucking Grinch outfit. And this shit and it's shit like that, man. It's memories like that, man. Cause somebody might be like, bro, remember like 2, 3 years ago, man, we was at this store and old boy pulled up with a Grinch outfit and stuff like that. So I'm all about like just getting festive with it, man. I'm all about, man, my daughter 8. And I remember when I was 8, man, my parents, we used to ride around the neighborhoods and look at Christmas lights and shit and all that. And that was some of the dopest memories, you know what I'm saying, that I could think of in my childhood around those times, around that particular time. Just come on, y'all, we finna go look at Christmas light. Be like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Now that I think of it, I don't know if mom and dad and them was actually doing that shit so we can go to sleep faster. Now that I think of it, and man, I'm just not thinking of this shit. Maybe mom and dad took us to go see Christmas lights, so I asked and go to sleep early. They's like, you know what? Look, when we get home, I got that Hennessy on rocks. I got a little Keith Sweat, a little Jodeci, a little Silk. We finna take them. We gonna ride around. We go look at some Christmas lights. They ass go fall asleep, and then me and you, we go do what we go do. I don't know if mom and dad can. I don't know if that was their objective. I might have to ask them now that I'm at the proper age. I might have to ask them why did they do that? Why did they do that? Now that I'm at that age, I can see that happening. But at 8, 9, 10, even like 18, 19, without when you don't have kids, you don't think about shit like that. But now, damn, that's crazy, bro. That's mind blowing. I just discovered it. Discovered this in my particular life that maybe mom and dad was riding around to make our ass fall asleep so they could do what they could do. That's crazy, man. But anyway, yeah. But like I said, man, like as far as being festive and shit, like that's what I did, man. Dressed up as the fucking Grinch and rode around. Now the one thing is crazy though. I wear glasses and I cannot see without my fucking glasses. So yes, you will see a Grinch with some goddamn glasses on. And one thing that I found out is those masks are hot as hell. I had to put holes in the mask. And to be honest with you, I had to kind of convert the mask so I can breathe a little bit better because it gives you like some small ass holes for the nose. But man, when you breathe, it's fogging up my glasses and shit. Man, I can't drive. I can't look out like that. So I had to cut the nose off. So now my mask looks a little weird. So I think I might buy another mask and kind of just cut the holes just a little bit smaller and shit like that. So I could look like the Grinch pretty much and shit. I ain't trying to look like a dude with a what I'm saying, like the mask. You can see a person's nose and shit and eyes and stuff like that. So I want to make it as real as possible. But man, like I said, when you get older, me particularly, I like to get a little bit more festive, dog. And especially the neighborhood I'm in, man. My neighborhood festive as hell. They putting up lights, they putting up decorations, they doing all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Friendly. They friendly as shit out here. So, like when you move somewhere, you kind of where you are, you tend to adapt to your environment. Like when you in the hood, bro, like when you in the hood, you gotta kind of adapt to your environment. You gotta know what to do, what not to do, know who to speak to, know not who to speak to, and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be on guard. You got to be focused because you get your ass shot or robbed. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be that type of way. You got to adapt to your environment. You can't be no easy lick out there in the streets if you living in a hood. Now, when you living in the suburbs, you can kind of take off the gas. You can relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because people is like, they're in the same position as you. They offer having good things. People leave the garage door up and shit, and stuff like that. You can't do that in the hood. Cause Tay 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 will ride by and see that lawnmower out there and be like, shit, I could get $70 for that lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? But out here, Jim from down the street, he go see a lawnmower and stuff like that. He could be like, he might knock on your door and say, "That's a nice lawnmower. Where you got that from?" Okay, all right, bet. I'm finna go get one of those. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. So out here, man, they festive, they friendly. Halloween, we had a great time. And I'm like, damn, man, I'm finna 2024. It's finna be festive because I want my daughter to grow up, and when she get in her 20s and 30s, she gonna be like, man, my childhood was dope. My dad took me trick or treating. We had the Christmas lights up. You know what I'm saying? We had the fire pit in the backyard. We had marshmallows and shit and stuff like that. Stuff, man. You can't let life pass you by. You can't let life pass you by. And I think those traditions and that festivity, those festive, um, you know what I'm saying, that festive instinct I think is leaving the black community because, you know, like I said, man, Thanksgiving, you used to see like the streets used to be like just packed with cars, you know what I'm saying, at particular houses. So what's going down at those houses. Now you just pass down the street, you don't see shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? You don't see like what the hell, where everybody at? What's going on? Even Halloween, we used to trick or treat all through the hood. The hood was popping. We didn't really have to go to the nice neighborhoods to go trick or treating, bro. We just walk down the street. They trick or treating. You have your lights on. You knock on the door. It's trick or treating. And where I'm from, Beaumont, the North End, is one of the wildest neighborhoods in Southeast Texas. It's probably number one. We was trick or treating and everything. We was having a great time, but now you don't see that no more. Just like in the hood, we was putting up Christmas lights. You'll see Christmas lights all through the hood. You were seeing all that. You won't see it no more, man. Like I don't know what's going on, man. It's like we losing touch. And that I used to enjoy that when I was little. When I was younger, man, I enjoyed that shit. You don't think kids 8, 9, 10 want to just, pass down the street and see Christmas lights and shit lit up and, it's Christmas and getting into the holiday spirit and all that. Even when we didn't have money like that in the hood or people or families didn't have money in the hood, they still was doing their thing. They made a way to still have their kids enjoy Christmas and be in the Christmas spirit. And I think our generation slacking, especially in the hood. We slacking on it. Kids is growing up and with Christmas, they ain't putting up no Christmas tree or nothing. They just December the 25th, here's your the fucking presents be on a couch or some shit. That's crazy. The presents just be on the couch, no Christmas tree or nothing. I think we gotta get back into that, man. We gotta start like I ain't saying embracing that shit because what I'm saying the woke people gonna be like, oh, Christmas is paging and all that. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck that. To each his own. To each his own. But the rest of us, bro, we gotta get back into it, man. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We want our kids to grow up with some dope ass memories, man. And it's up to us to make it happen. It's up to us to make that shit happen. And that's why I wore the Grinch outfit. So my daughter could be like, Dad, remember when you wore that Grinch outfit and stuff and doing all that? Remember when you rode by the mall? Man, I want to create like some dope, fun memories. And I think we got to get back to that, man. My people, we losing touch, we losing base and shit. So, and that's something I always want to do because you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a new homeowner. You know what I'm saying? This is my first home. I think, it's been a little bit about over a year and a half. As far as living in my first home. So a lot of things that I'm doing is something that I always wanted to do, and it's something that I seen my parents do when they had a house. So I guess I'm just doing what I always seen when I was growing up. When my parents had their house and they put up Christmas lights and shit and Christmas trees and stuff. And sometimes I can understand, you know what I'm saying? You live in an apartment and shit, and you can't really do as much as what you want to do at the apartments and shit. So it's very understandable. But just having a house and just growing up. Now I'm seeing what my parents did is just something that I wanted my daughter to experience. And and I think it goes to like generational shit, you know what I'm saying? Like what you went through, the good things. The good things that you experience, you want your kids to experience it. And that's what I want my daughter to do. I just want her to experience some good shit, some good memories and stuff like that. Now, to be honest with you, we haven't did no goddamn riding through the neighborhoods and shit, looked at Christmas lights yet. That's true. But there's a lot of Christmas lights in this neighborhood right now that's lit up that, she really don't have to see much. When I pick up from school and she see all the lights and shit lit up and Santa Claus is in the yard and stuff like that. So I'm saying, I hope that benefits her too. And also, I'm saying, nowadays they got like like the little things where you ride through the park and they got the lights and shit, I'm saying? And you just ride by about 5 miles an hour and check out all the lights and shit, I'm saying? So we do that every year. And we probably go do that in a couple weeks and shit. So, but man, like I said, man, let's not lose touch of, what I'm saying, celebrating these festivities. And I understand if you're religious and all that, and you're those so-called woke, and you're not finna do all this and do all that. But man, just think about your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about your kids. And even still, even if you tell your kids why you don't do those things, you know what I'm saying? A kid is still a kid. A kid could be like, damn, man, they having fun. They having a Halloween party. Or they doing this. They having a Christmas giveaway and stuff like that. And so you just got to think about your kids, man, and let your kids be a kid. And then when they get to a little bit older, then you could break it down to them. Like you could tell them which route they want to take. Because I'm telling you like this, man, a lot of kids, they not finna follow in your footsteps of what you believe in and what you doing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Religious wise, and even on some like some undercover racism type shit. You know what I'm saying? Your kids not finna follow in your footsteps on that. So that's like I say, man, just let a kid be a kid, and then they'll find their way. And then, hey, if they're gonna be like, man, my dad and my parents was this way, and that's why I'm rocking, then that's how they go rock. And if not, then that's just how it is, and you just gonna have to deal with it. And you have to just vibe with it and respect it. You know what I'm saying and stuff. So, like I said, man, this is I'm just kick back, chilling, chopping it up with y'all, and I hope to do, and I'm not no hope, but I will do more of these like episodes and stuff like that, where it's just me and you vibing, whoever listening, whoever rocking out with your boy and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty dope. Hopefully, like YouTube don't block, what I'm saying, the music that I played at the beginning, because YouTube be tripping, you know what I'm saying, as far as like um it's licensing and shit like that, bro. I don't know why they so strict on the licensing and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. And that's why I kind of stopped the music short at the beginning, because I know how they get down and stuff like that and stuff. So anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for listening to your boy. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with your boy, man. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all be blessed, man. Never give up on your goals. You know what I'm saying? Have faith, have passion, have consistency. Don't let these opinions of these motherfuckers phase you or what you got going on. Just do what you got to do to get where you need to get, and you go be all right. Until then, man, like I said, man, y'all be safe and y'all be blessed. It's your boy North End Floyd, man, and I'll see y'all later. 100.